You know, I
David
saw a
Harbour's
clip
he's great.
from I don't know the backstory of the Marvel stuff because I just don't watch the movies, but I saw a funny clip that explored the backstory of how Professor X got crippled, and it was like some dude shooting a bullet at Magneto, and instead of just like stopping it, he had to do a little flare and be like "Wcha!" and then like it deflects and then it cripples his buddy. And it's like, man, that really shows you to take things a little more, maybe be a little less glib. Sir Ian McKellen, maybe take things a little more seriously, perhaps.
Yeah, I don't even know what's canon with all the relationships of the characters anymore, because I thought Magneto was Scarlet Witch's father, and I also thought that Juggernaut was Xavier's stepbrother. But
Juggernaut was sick.
That in the film.
He was my favorite guy in the X-Men First Class or whatever movie he was a big part of. I saw that. I thought it was so awesome that his whole power was like, I'm giant, and when I get going, you can't stop me. And there was no more to it than that. It was just like, he's starting to run, and everyone's like, oh fuck.
What's magic? His powers are magical. He's not a
because he had some like special gem in a helmet.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, right? He went into this cave and he found some like ancient god or something like that imbued him with these powers. I think the helmet protects him from Xavier's mind control, but I think he has a gem somewhere on his body that imbues him with the Juggernaut powers.
I didn't know that. I thought he was a mutant. Okay.
No,
there you go.
He hates mutants because, Xavier was the special child. They were stepbrothers, and like one of them is fucking Xavier and the other is doofus Juggernaut.
Right.
Wow, this guy's abilities are sick. Psychic shield, immortality. They snuck that in. Unstoppable momentum, superhuman strength, stamina, and durability. Really, immortality seems to be the big one there. he just can't be killed.
You just gotta get his helmet off. Is all.
If you just so he could just never stop running and be almost like he's playing a weird version of Snake with our infrastructure. Like just destroying everything at all times.
Yeah. Well, it's X-Men. Everybody's overpowered. That was what I wanted to be, I think, when I was like when I was a kid. It was like that was my fantasy. I would always fantasize about which X-Men's powers I would want. And I would always even as a kid, I was a cheater, I guess. I was like Morph. I want Morph's powers. Morph has the power to change into any of the other X-Men and have their powers.
Oh, well, that's clearly the best.
Is that unlimited though? Was it unlimited time he could?
It seemed like it was unlimited, but when he got the shit knocked out of him, he would revert back to just plain old Morph, which is, he'd be throwing like Gambit's cards and he'd be jumping around impersonating Wolverine, but then they'd beat him up and he'd just be poor old mentally ill Murph.
That is another hilarious hero that I only know because I read his Wikipedia years ago. He's like, yeah, I can imbue anything with a huge amount of kinetic energy, and I chose playing cards. I choose a low velocity, low range item that I can't possibly. You know what would happen if I had the same powers as him? And I showed up in that world. Suddenly, ball bearing man is a real problem. and Gambit is like, oh man, I put too much in flair and personality. And I'm like, no, throw a card at me, you fucking idiot. I'm a whole double handful of ball bearings, all explosive at you right now.
But also he has a bow staff too. Gambit uses a bow staff and he charges that up.
He does.
But you're right. It's all pretty close range. It's all pretty close range. And he hits you. Yeah, that's right.
Okay.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, that's not what I would do with that. I would could you charge up something better than that, like a giant halberd or something, if it has to be a physical weapon?
Totally.
Yeah.
Totally. Why not? But it's Fox Kids, so
is he a good guy or bad? Is he a good guy or a bad guy?
Good guy.
Good guy.
Okay. Even though he's encouraging gambling amongst children? Wow.
I don't think he does a lot of gambling. More he just sort of shuffles the cards a lot, and he fiends after and he's always like simping for Rogue. He's all like, oh shit. Come back here and I'll give you a little massage. He's like, oh sugar, I suck all the life out of your Cajun cock. You'd be as nervous as a cat in a room full of rocking chairs.
But she can't do that though. She can't suck his dick because if she sucks his dick,
that's what I'm saying. If she did, she'd suck all the life out of his cock. Because
she's got the worst power imaginable. She doesn't even have a power as much as a curse, because now you can't like even be intimate with like a loved one, or you're sucking them.
That's her main B story. That's her the curse that comes along with her powers.
But I would rather not have any powers than have her powers. Those are terrible powers.
what she does though, she absorbs life from people, but then I think she also takes powers too.
Yeah,
so I think she takes their powers and can use their powers for a brief period of time.
And she's
but like her boyfriend probably didn't have powers, and so like she was just killing him when they were cuddling.
That's what happened in the movie. Yeah,
that is true. Yeah, that's right.
Well,
that
and in the that's her storyline, is that she's like
that's a net negative. Boyfriend. You know who had a cool power also in those movies? That guy who was jacked as fuck, the Russian flat top guy who just turned into metal. That was just his whole thing.
Colossus, yeah.
Colossus, yeah. That seemed sick. It was like, man, everybody's like downplaying that. They were like talking like, oh, this guy with the firepower is so dangerous. And I'm like, really? It seems like this guy could really get it handled. Like you just turn him loose on the problem. You can't melt them. Like, he's some magic metal.